I just want to give a big shout out to Paul Fisher. He's stepping down as Gillingham COO as of 2 days ago. He's been a massive part of this process with the handover of ownership from Paul Skelly over to the Gallinsons. And without him, maybe it wouldn't have happened, who knows. But nonetheless, he has had a huge input and been instrumental in allowing and making this happen. So thank you very much, Paul. We look forward to seeing you in the Midway stand or wherever you're going to sit, hopefully maybe the Rainham end, as you buy a season ticket for next season. But we wish you all the best for the future and the business that I think you're working with as well. So all the best for that from me, and I speak on behalf of all Gillingham fans as well. Before we begin, I'd like to invite you to join the 1893 Club. It is a subscription service to this YouTube channel. You can get lots of little perks, and if you click the join button underneath this video, you can find out all the perks, and you'll be supporting the channel as well. So thank you very much for considering. If you'd like to support the channel in a more traditional way, you can do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link to that is in the description, and any donations are much appreciated. You can also reach out to German Gills using the WhatsApp. The link to that is in the description down below. I'll reply to every message. We can just have a chat about the game, the Gills, whatever it may be. But you can also use that as an opportunity to send voice notes and videos to be in the German Gills Fan Zone. Welcome to German Gills. Gills are in action at home this afternoon as we take on promotion chase in Stockport County. Your German Gills show will bring you a live match reaction today from your host, Reese. Luke has got 2 correct predictions so far. Can he get his hat-trick today in his Luke's 11? Adam Wesgate will be our matchday reporter today as Gills look to stifle Stockport's promotion challenge at Priestfield Stadium. Schön, dass du da bist und los geht's, Gills! Welcome to the German Gills show as Gillingham take on Stockport County at Priestfield Stadium this afternoon. It's a big game for both teams. Gillingham, if they win, can edge further away from the relegation zone, and Stockport have just crept into the automatic promotion places, so it's a big game for them as well as they try and get promotion out of League 2. I'm going to be your host, Reese, to take you through every step of today's game. Thank you very much for stopping by on this German Gills show. And if you'd like to follow our socials, you can do so on Twitter at Deutsche Gills, and of course on Instagram, it's German Gills. If you would like to go straight to the live match reaction, use the chat bars at the bottom of the video to navigate around. Now, we want to see how Luke does. He didn't do a Luke's 11 for the Northampton game because he didn't make a German Gills video, but the one before that against Doncaster, he managed to get 11 out of 11. He's done that twice this season. Can he get a hat-trick before the season comes to an end?
Hello and welcome to another edition of Luke's 11. Another tough test today sees high-flying Stockport visit Priestfield, a team that we definitely have to aspire to be like next season. They sit first in the form table, unbeaten in 8, winning 4 and drawing the remainder. They've also won the last 3 games away from home, so it just proves what a sterling test this is going to be. However, we find ourselves coming off a disappointing defeat last week and another dismal performance away from home. That being said, we seem to be a completely different beast at home, winning the last 8 out of 9 games. In a reverse fixture, we saw Nils set up with a back 5 and trying to bring a point back home. As a fan, all you can ask for is your team giving it a real go and trying to win games of football, especially at home. And I believe that we should seal that today. So let's get to it. Morris in goal. At right back, I think we'll see Robbie McKenzie return to his more natural position with a centre-back pairing of Max Amer and Will Wright. At left back, after his brief cameo, I think we could see Lewis Page make his full debut. And in midfield, a pairing of Sean Williams and Tim Diang anchoring that midfield with Alex McDonald and Dom Jeffries, with a front pairing of Tom Nichols and Oliver Hawkins. My score prediction this week is a 2-1 loss. I think it's going to be a really entertaining game. However, I think we'll just get edged out of it, proving to see Stockport's quality and the goal-scoring prowess that they do have. But I'm hopeful to be proved wrong. Los geht's, Gills.
So it wouldn't be a German Gills show without Adam Wesgate and his input. He's at Priestfield Stadium now, so let's hear his thoughts about today's match against Stockport County.
Well, good afternoon, and it is going to be a really tricky fixture today. When we were away at Stockport, a 0-0, I mean, the only other team that got a result against them this calendar year was Leyton Orient, and they've been top and second pretty much the whole year. So that was an amazing result. Today's going to have a bit of a feel like Doncaster, where it's kind of the end of season thing, despite the fact that we've actually kind of ended our season early. And it's about performance today. What can the players show that takes us into the summer recruitment phase, who gets a new deal, etc. We've not even got Hawkins today, so it's going to be a real test of where we can go. I think we're going to need some more depth in the summer for sure, because you can't have one player down and suddenly it's difficult to score. But with Lapsley, I feel like he's going to get a bit more of a chance there, just to do those darting runs into the box last minute, which nobody else in the Gillingham team contributes. Harris has been trying to coach him to defend, to add something extra to his game, but today I think we'll just see an attack in Lapsley. So hopefully that results in something good. I'm going to go 1-1 to be a bit conservative, but Lawske's Gills, hopefully we get the win.
And of course, we have the German Gills Fan Zone. The link to the WhatsApp is in the description. If you click that and send us a message, you could be part of something like this.
I think the score today is going to be 1-1. And a very, very tight game. Hopefully Gills win. But I think it's going to be a draw. And it's going to be 1-1. And it's going to be Max Hamer on his 351st appearance for the Gills. Up the Gills, all their Gills.
Let's head over to Priestfield Stadium for today's live match reaction. Wesgate's Gills. So we're about to get underway here at Priestfield, and it looks like it's going to be a very tough fixture today. I mean, Stockport have got, I think it's 18 goals on the bench at the moment, whereas Gillingham just have one between them. And if you can put that on the bench, then you've got surely got a solid team out there. So I want to big shout out for Jackson, who predicts a 2-0 win today, actually, just because he's won a tournament up at Cuxton under 7. So congratulations to Jackson. His dad's going for more of a subdued 0-0, which I would take at the end of the day, but what we got at Edgeley Park. So hopefully we don't shut up shop, and hope we do try and push forward in this game, but we'll see how it unfolds. But Stockport are going to be very tough opponents for us to get something against them, because they're pushing for those automatic places. Acker Wright's got the ball. He's moving forward for Stockport as they try and build their first attack. He's tried to do a crossfield kick, and it's gone straight to Alex Macdonald, and surely he's going to pile drive forward. He's got support in Lapsley. He's trying to put a ball through, but it's blocked in the end by Grosdale as a captain. But they got through Macdonald. It's a shot on target, and the keeper, Hinchcliffe, has saved that. And that's the first opportunity Gillingham have had in this game, or any opportunity at all, as Gills looking to build an attack again to recycle it as it's gone into Dieng's possession. They're making a nice triangle pass to Gillingham as the attack looked like it's going to peter out, but it's great work by Macdonald, who managed to bolster his way through and forced a save out of Ben Hinchcliffe. And it looks like the attack's going to end there, and it's the first shot on target of the whole game, and it's gone to Gills for once. So Stockport got a freak in a very dangerous position. I think it's Ryder going to take it to his left foot as it goes over the ball. Blocked, that is, in the ball by Masterson. Is that? No, it wasn't Masterson. It was Mackenzie, I think, who managed to block that. It's the first real shot on target is by Stockport, but it's a good free kick by Ryder. We managed to get some real power behind it, and if it wasn't for that block, I wonder if Morris would have struggled to save it, as Stockport have the corner on this left-hand side. Still 0-0. Gills doing really well coming forward. They've got Mackenzie moving forward. You've got Nichols there. Can Gills get the right pass to get him through? Nichols going to take a shot on goal. He does it. It's saved by Hinchcliffe, who's done it's a decent save. He should be expecting to save that. He's a very experienced goalkeeper. But it's a good movement forward by Gills. Good counter-attack as Gills to try and pile on this attack, and that's going to be it's a decent tackle, actually, I think, by Stockport, and that's going to be a throw-in for them on the right-hand side as we watch this attack again. Good work by Nichols, right on the goalkeeper's throat, actually. So a decent save. It was one that he was always going to make, Ben Hinchcliffe. So, yeah, another shot on target for the Gills, and still 0-0. Stockport got a free kick on this left-hand side, going to be put straight into the box. Gills need to deal with this. It's headed away, I think, by Masterson, but it's been picked up by Wright for Stockport, put back into the box again, blocked, and Wright's managed to pick it up one more time for Stockport. He's all over the place, and he takes a shot, and it goes over the bar. I've got to say, though, even though that is a shot off target, Stockport is really getting into this game and really showing what they're made of. Arguably, they should be creating a few more chances and getting a few more shots on target. I have to say as well, Wright is doing absolutely brilliantly for them coming forward, being like a Beckenbauer, really trying to get into the attack and up into Gillingham's faces, and it's a really big threat that Gills need to be aware of. But it currently stands 0-0. There's going to be Stretton's coming forward for Stockport. He's trying to put a ball through, and it's going to be collected again by Collar, who's going to put the ball back into the box and recycle it. It's going to be hit by Morris, headed wide. That is by Watson. Well, nearly wide. It's still in play. The ball actually is. Eventually, Williams clears the ball. I think it's Mackenzie who's down injured at the moment as the attack is still on. Jeffrey's headed it away, and it looks like the attack's going to end unless we can get a counter on here. And eventually the ball does get stopped, and it is treatment for Mackenzie. You can just see, actually, as the physios are running on, I just want to say Stockport are really getting into this game, and Gills got, you know, about 5 to 8 minutes of trying to weather this storm and hopefully see out this game to 0-0 at half-time. We watched the ball. It's not a great pass by Stretton, but it was recycled again, won by Collar. It's a good ball in, but I think it was headed away in the end by... actually, it was headed by Motton himself, who... managed to get his head on it and then sort of haphazardly clears away by Macdonald. But Gillingham are really struggling defensively. They're really sort of clutching at straws to get rid of that ball, and it seems a bit frantic. But we are still holding our own, and hopefully we can get through to half-time at 0-0. And after 52 minutes of first-half football, it's Gillingham 0, Stockport 0. It was a very high-energy half, but we're going to go over to Adam Wesgate to have a chat as what his thoughts are for this first half so far. So as it currently stands, it is Gillingham 0, Stockport County 0, and on the line we have Adam Wesgate.
Good afternoon.
So what do you make of the game so far in this rainy weather?
Well, to be honest, it's been a bit more energetic than I thought it would be, and we've done a bit less defending as well than I thought. We've had a few good chances so far, and without Hawkins, that's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, Stockport have been throwing a lot at us as well, and I think one of our attributes that half was actually defending relatively well. What are your thoughts on our defence so far?
Well, the defensive work it's just been good at home generally anyway. It was only Bradford where we had people missing that we really did. You know, it was men against boys that day, but that's what you chalk it down to, 3 or 4 injuries today. Yeah, we've held our own against them, and as I've said, you know, because we've done well defensively, Nichols, who's not a target man, has been, you know, holding the ball up reasonably well despite... I mean, I'll say he's taken the Hawkins role today and being pulled around loads. And, yeah, we've had a couple of decent chances. We could be one ahead.
I'd say that we've had 2 shots on target. They've had none. Do you see us getting a goal in the second half? We're attacking the Raynham end, of course.
I think so. I think the Raynham end could suck the ball in. I mean, maybe Matt Boosie could do it on his own. Who knows? But,
who knows?
But, yeah, we've got every chance. Although we do have to remember they are quality opposition, and we are kind of going for it a bit. And I will say this. I think because we're safe now, the Harris is kind of trying to test the waters a bit rather than go safety first, see where his players are. And if we do get sucker punched, I wouldn't be too disappointed so long as we don't completely collapse. We have to see where we are for next season. This season is done. This is just a test for the players now, I think.
It's music to my ears, but hopefully it all comes out rose in the end, and we'll catch up at full time, Adam.
See you then.
So we're about to get underway for the second half, and hopefully Gills can see this one through. It'd be a fantastic result if we can get something against strong Stockport side. We'll have to wait and see. If weathered the first half pretty well, hopefully we can plough on and weather the second half also. But let's see how it all unfolds. So Mackenzie's going to launch one in from the left-hand side. It's going to be a long throw as it goes to the box. Gills get a flick on it. It's headed away by Stockport, but collected by Macdonald, who puts a fantastic pass back out to Mackenzie. Gone back to Williams, and it looks like he has kicked the ball in. He's going to put a long high one into the box for Nichols trying to get the end and head away again. But can Macdonald get a shot or a space to shoot? He's been taken down, and Amos shoots himself. It's been blocked. Can he shoot again? He does, and it just goes wide of the left-hand post. And I have to say, it's a decent start from Gillingham. And Steve, who made the prediction just before we started this video, did say that Amos was going to score, and that could have been a fantastic goal to kind of match his prediction. Nonetheless, it's a good start from Gillingham, and hopefully more of the same as we move forward. Wright's coming forward on this right-hand side. He's done really well in coming forward. He puts the ball into the box, and they've done really well to stop on. Hussey's picked it up, the number 9. It's gone to Hippolyte, who takes a shot, and it's tipped over the bar by Glenn Morris. Really good work by Stockport to get the ball in a shooting position. Hippolyte took a bit of a snapshot, but Morris was there to match it and tip it over the bar. It looked like initially that, firstly, the cross should have been blocked. It's gone through a sea of players, and Gilles should have done a lot better. Dieng went to clear it, didn't quite get his foot through it. It was blocked, actually. Hussey does well to lay it off to Hippolyte, who puts it over, well, Glenn Morris tips it over the bar in the end. Really good work by Stockport, and Gills to wake up as this corner comes in from the left-hand side to the back post, headed away by Gillingham, another shot by Hippolyte, and it goes over the bar. Stockport, and obviously we know they have quality, and we know they're going to keep doing this. They finally got their first shot of the target of the game on the 48th minute, and it's going to be a tough ride for Gillingham, and you can see the Stockport fans behind the goal really cheer their team on in the rain. Still 0-0, but my God, it could have been easily 1-0 to either side just after half-time. Ball forward over the top of Macdonald. He's got two people to try and beat Nichols. He's got support now on this right-hand side, but he's going to cross it to Lapsley instead. If Lapsley on this, he can create something. It's not, and it's going to fall instead to Mackenzie. He's got Williams there. He's his favourite left foot. He goes and shoot. It's now gone to Lapsley from Mackenzie on this left-hand side, and Gills have just lost a little bit of momentum going forward with this attack, unfortunately. It's gone to Dieng, and it looks like Gills going to try and work their way through. And they still have got the ball of Jeffries on this left-hand side. And can Dieng get the ball in the box and get something from this? He has done. It's gone to Macdonald, and it's now gone to Nichols. He looks like a shot. It's gone to Alexander, who's going to shoot. It's a shot right at the goalkeeper. And Hinchliffe makes a decent save, gets his body right in the way. And that's another shot on target for Gillingham as they try and recycle the attack. And it's gone to Alexander, who puts the ball in the box one more time. It's bouncing around. It's going to be Lapsley who takes the shot! And Gills have scored! And they've got 1-0 up against this Stockport side, who arguably should have gone 1-0 up just after the first half. But Gills have finally got the breakthrough and have gone 1-0 up in the 54th minute. And it's Lapsley. Fantastic. Lapsley has scored. I can't believe it. I'm really happy for him. He's put it in the back of the net. And Gills have the advantage in this really all-important game to take us away from the relegation zone. And it's going to put a spanner in the works for Stockport County fans as they try and push into the automatics, because it's pretty tight up there at the moment. And that is not going to help their cause. Oh, my goodness me. Let's watch this one again. Great work by Gills. He recycled the play. We recycled it, and it just took one mistake. And it was, I can't quite see what stop play. Who was it come off? Crowsdale, the captain. Unfortunately for him, just didn't get anything really on it, and it fell very kindly for Lapsley, who just put it calmly in the back of the net and has got another goal to add to his tally. It's Gillingham 1, Stockport County 0. So Macdonald's got a corner on the right-hand side. It's actually Gillingham's first corner of the game as it goes to the back post. Going to get something on it. It's headed towards goal by Dieng, and it's cleared from about 2 yards off the line, essentially, by Stockport. And it's another shot on target from Gillingham. And another good attack. It's a decent ball in. It went directly. I think it was Dieng, if I correct me wrong. Yeah, it was Dieng that headed the ball. And it was headed away in the end. I think it was Collar. I couldn't quite see that one. But Gillingham again on the attack, trying to get another goal to put it further away from Stockport. Nichols has got the ball for Gillingham moving forward. He's gone to Lapsley and says he's going to take a shot himself. He needs to get to the right-hand side. It's going to go to Alexander. Could Gills get the second as they move forward in the 60th minute? It's going to, Alexander had an opportunity to get Macdonald. He's taking it himself, and he's going to run into put it into the box, handed away by Stockport in the end. And Macdonald has taken it down to get another shot, possibly on goal by Williams, and it's a block, and it's gone up in the air and collected by the goalkeeper. My goodness me, this is really exciting. It's a very high-octane game at the moment, and it's end-to-end stuff, but it's still 1-0 to the Gills. So there's a throw on the left-hand side, and it's going to be Rydale puts it into the box for Stockport, and it's a shot by Wooden, and it's gathered by Morris. It's a shot on target for Stockport, and again, the game is continuing in the same fashion where there's just end-to-end stuff at the moment. Getting to the box, good delivery by Rydale, and I think Wooden should be doing a little bit better there, but it was right down Glenn Morris's throat, and he managed to just gather the ball and hopefully calm things down a little bit, because it has got a little bit hectic suddenly. Hussey's put this ball straight into the box. It's going to be collected by Morris. He's punched it away instead, but Gills are still under pressure. Goes to the right-hand side. It's a good pass by Hippolyte, but it's also got fallen to Noel, who's done well there, and it's onto the back post and headed away by Dieng, and it's all the attack for Stockport. It goes into the box. It's bouncing around like pinball, and that's really hard to try and track every player as we try to go around here. Stockport have been really throwing everything at Gillingham the last sort of 10 minutes. It's been really hectic, and they just can't seem to make the breakthrough at the moment. I'm not saying they won't. For their efforts, you would like to think they should better get a goal, but they haven't managed to find one yet. I just want to say earlier in the highlights, I was talking about Madden and Hussey. I got those names mixed up. Apologies for that, Stockport fans, if you picked up on that. Anyway, it's still 1-0 Gills, and hopefully Gills can hang on this high-energy game right to the end. Hussey's got a free kick on the left-hand side, so the in-swinger goes to the back post, and it's going to be headed just over the bar. It's a decent delivery by Hussey, and lucky for the Gills, it sailed over the bar, and they live to fight another few minutes, as it were. It's a great header that was. Who was that in the end? That was Collar, I think, who managed to get his head on that. And that goes on target. Morris has got a tricky save to make, and luckily for Gills, it went over the bar. Still 1-0 Gills. It's a great ball for Stockport as they look to try and get an equaliser, and I think that's Camps on the right-hand side trying to find a way, cut inside. He's got support on the right-hand side, and Marston needs to get a defensive block here from Noel. It goes to the box from Noel, and it headed towards the goal, and it's a goal for Stockport. And Gills, of all their hard defensive work, have had it undone in the final few minutes, and Stockport looking to get the game going again to try and get the 3 points they so desperately need to keep their automatic promotion push alive. It's a really good ball in the right-hand side by Noel, and it's met really well in the air. Who's that? Number 14 by Collar, and Max Saber just couldn't quite get up there. It's a really pinpoint bullet header to the right, top right-hand corner. And I have to say, you can't argue with that. Stockport have been peppering the Gillingham goal pretty much since Gills have scored in this high-energy game. And at the moment, I think 1-1 would be a fair result, but it isn't over yet. And Stockport will be looking to get that 3 points to take back to Edgeley Park. They've got Carlisle, I think, on Tuesday, but it's a huge game in League Two. If they can get something here, that would really fare them well. But as it stands, it's Gillingham 1, Stockport County 1. It sucks for Gills, but hopefully we can hold on to at least get something for our efforts. Gills on front of the left-hand side, taken by McKenzie. He's put it straight into the box, held away by Stockport. Can Gills get a shot on target? Oh, and it's just gone far on the right-hand post. It was deflected and it's gone out for a corner. It was Lapsey, I think, who took the shot. Or was it Coleman? I can't quite remember. I couldn't quite see. It was all going 100 miles an hour. My goodness me. I think it was Coleman who took the shot, and it was deflected. That could have gone anywhere, but Gills have a chance to nick it at the end as they've got a corner on the right-hand side. What a fantastic grandstand finish this is. It's going to be a ball in the box, Gillingham for the right-hand side of the corner, and it's headed right over the 6-yard box. Could Gills get something on here? It's a big clash at the moment as it goes again across the back of the post. It's really hard to follow. It's a shot. Goal. Yes! Oh, no! I thought we'd scored. And now there's a big melee in the box. Oh, my God. It's all kicking off currently. I thought it was a goal. I finally realised the referee had blown the whistle. It's really hard to hear everything, but it's all kind of kicking off here. Just for what it's worth, if Gillingham did score, that would have been the start of the celebration. But it hadn't happened, and it's still 1-1, and there's a little bit of argy-bargy here. Anyway, let's watch what happened, and let's see how it all unfolded. I think it was Williams who put the ball into the box from the corner. Headed up, that was by Dieng. It could have gone anywhere. Stockport didn't do the best to clear it. There's a lot of pushing, lots of shoving. That's what you expect in the box like now, at this type of football in this day and age. Headed in the top right corner by Dieng, actually. It's a really good finish, but there was a foul in the box, and it was eventually given a free kick given to Stockport. My goodness me, this video is going to be long. Still 1-1. There's a ball over the top here. This will be last chance soon, and Stockport can get on the end of this and create an attack themselves. It's going to be dangerous. It's gone to Madden, who's going to take a shot himself. It's a good save by Morris, and that could have been the moment for Stockport to get themselves all 3 points, but if it wasn't for a good save by Morris, but it was a good effort by Madden on the right-hand side. He found a lot of good space there, as Stockport still keep the attack going on this left-hand side. And I think that's Camps with the ball on the left-hand side, good block by Abrahams. Again, it's going to be Hussey who tries to put the ball into the box, and Stockport has ended strongly here. It's a good block, and they've got a corner on this left-hand side. Gills just about holding on. And that is the full-time whistle on what was a really energetic game. It was end-to-end stuff, and I've got to say, it's probably one of the better games we've watched all season from both teams. Really good watch, really fun to commentate over, and we're going to go to Adam Wesgate for his final thoughts of today's game.
Well, thanks, Reece, and to be absolutely honest, the fact that we're disappointed with 1-1 draw is actually a good sign. It was late, it's always gutting when it's late, and I thought on the balance of play we probably deserved to win, but they have quality, and they were playing for something which is not to be sniffed at, because even if, whether you're at the bottom, whether you're at the top, if you're playing for something at the end of the season and someone's not, it's probably going to give you a bit of the edge. They'll be disappointed not to take the 3 points as well, but not because of the overall play, just because where they are, they need them to get in that playoff position. On the Gillingham front, Lapsley did exactly what I told him to do. Also, they managed to get my score prediction correct, so I'll give them credit for that. Yeah, it was actually a really good game. We kept them quiet mostly, and it's all about next season, and those signs are positive, so there's not really a lot more to say. We're kind of a club in limbo until August. But we look forward to the recruitment, and up the Gills, it was a good game overall.